Good afternoon. Welcome to 8th grade farewell, COVID style. Where did your 3 years of middle school go? I mean, 2 out of the last 3 have been wild with our COVID protocols, masks, one-way hallways, no lockers, carrying the backpacks around. Middle school was a blur, I'm sure. But I say this every 8th grade farewell, and I really believe it. Your 4 years of high school will go quicker than your 3 years of middle school. I mean, high school is here and gone. Let me read this thing that I used to read to my class, and a great colleague of mine, Mr. Allen, introduced me to this, and hear how it goes. Just the longer I live, the more I realize the impact of attitude on life. Attitude is more important than facts. It's more important than the past, than money, than circumstances, than failures and successes. It's more important than your appearance, your gifts, your skills. It will make or break a company, a church, a home, a school. The remarkable thing is we have a choice each and every day regarding the attitude we're going to embrace for that day. We cannot change our past. We can't change the inevitable. The only thing we can do is play on the one string we have, and that is our attitude. I'm convinced that life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it. Thank you for your great attitude. And hey, middle school, where'd it go? Abraham Lincoln, probably the greatest example of persistence in American history. You want to learn about somebody who didn't quit, never gave up. He was born into poverty. He was faced with defeat on several elections. In fact, he lost 8 elections. Hey, what would middle school be without a bell interrupting something? He twice failed in business. He had a nervous breakdown. He could have quit many times. He didn't. He became one of the greatest presidents in American history. He was a champion that never gave up. Lost his fiance, businesses, like I said, 8 elections, and then in 1860 became president, one of the greatest presidents of all time. Why? Because the man didn't give up. So a good attitude, never giving up. And then this last one I'm going to read to you. The important thing that life teaches you. This was written by someone going into nursing school. During my second month of nursing school, a professor gave a pop quiz. I was a conscientious student and had breezed through the questions until I read the very last question. What's the name of the lady who cleans this classroom? Surely this was some kind of joke. I'd seen this cleaning woman several times before. She was tall, had dark hair, was in her low 50s. How would I know her name, though? I handed him my paper, leaving that last question blank. Before class ended, one student asked if that last question would count towards our grade. The professor said, absolutely. In your life, in your careers, you're going to meet many people. All people are important and significant. They deserve your attention, care, and all you do is even smile and say hello. Hey, that's great. I've never forgotten that lesson from that professor. I also learned that day that her name was Dorothy. Folks, we aren't going to remember 30 years from now what kind of grades you got here at Upton Middle School, but we will remember what type of a person you were. And that's the same thing going in high school, your career, your life. Be the person who your parents will be proud to look at if they were standing right behind you right now. Thank you for a great three years. I know you're going to enjoy St. Joe High School. And as I always say, the best is yet to come.
Hello, Upton 8th graders. Since 1983, the President Education Awards Program has honored graduating elementary, middle, and high school students for their achievement and hard work. The program has provided individual recognition to those students whose outstanding efforts have enabled them to meet challenging standards of excellence. Awards are given to students from the middle school level that meet the following criteria: grade point average of 90 on a 100-point scale, or an A on a letter scale, or 3.5 on a 4.0 scale. When computing the grade point averages for the respective award, only the years at Upton Middle School through the fall semester of 8th grade year are counted. The president has issued a letter dated March 15th, 2021 that he would like us to share with you. Congratulations on receiving the 2021 President's Education Award. America is a country where we are one and unite through tough times. You are the future leaders of this great nation, and through your determination and resilience to push forward, you have reached this ultimate accomplishment of being recognized for this prestigious award. Dr. Biden and I are pleased to congratulate you on receiving the 2021 President's Education Award. We are honored to join your family, friends, school, and community in celebrating your wonderful achievement. Jill and I send our best wishes and blessings. Keep challenging yourself. Be kind. And while we continue to fight the COVID-19 pandemic, be sure to wear a mask. Signed, President Joe Biden. Congratulations, 8th grade.
Well, this next award used to be called the Principal's Award. However, the name needs to be changed. Forevermore, this will be called the Dave Leonard Award. As you know, Mr. Leonard was a dear colleague of everybody in this building. To know Mr. Leonard was to love Mr. Leonard. And so Mr. Leonard stood for things like your attitude towards your classmates was important. Your attitude towards adults in the building were important. You know, being a good citizen, loving that Constitution and following it. Just being an overall wonderful person. And as you know, Mr. Leonard was a very humble person. So I think that people that win this award going forward need to also be humble people. And so this year's winners of first ever David Leonard Award, the male recipient will be Kelvin Park. Congratulations, Kelvin. And the female recipient will be Sarah Bennett. Congratulations, Sarah. Congratulations to both of you. I know Mr. Leonard is thinking, wow, those are two great recipients. Thank you. Hello, 8th graders again. Every year, the seniors who have won the Rich Maxim Award back when they were in 8th grade come back and talk to our 8th graders with a special message. This year is no different. We have 4 great speeches, and they are done by Ellie Pavlopoulos, Sam Simpson, Adrian Keeler, and Noah Dressander. Please enjoy their inspirational talks.
Hi everyone, my name is Ellie Pavlopoulos and I'm a senior at the high school. I would like to share some advice that I have learned throughout my 4 years. I really hope that my advice isn't too long or boring so you can actually remember this. I could give you practical advice like don't procrastinate or start everything the day before, but let's be real. I started this speech last night, the night before it was due. My greatest piece of advice that I could give to you guys is don't take opportunities for granted. As we all know, COVID eliminated many of our normal activities and events that I waited to experience. For example, when I was a freshman, sophomore, and junior, I was like, I'm gonna wait until my senior year to participate in Powder Puff, which is like the girls' football in the fall. It's a game where you play with your friends and by your class. You play a football game. However, due to COVID, I was never able to participate in that, and it was something I really wanted to do. While none of us saw COVID coming, the bigger miss is when you choose not to participate in something because you don't want to look weird or awkward. After going through 4 years of high school, I realized I could have had a lot more fun. But seriously, it's okay to look weird and awkward. Everybody does that at some point, and it's necessary to learn and grow into who you are as a person. When I was a freshman, my brother was a senior. So on Spirit Weeks, I did not dress up because I didn't want to embarrass him or get made fun of by his friends. However, when I began participating in Spirit Weeks during probably my junior year, I realized that I'd been missing out on some of the better aspects of school. And even better, I got to twin with some of my teachers, which was awesome and really fun. So, take it from me. You don't want to be a senior looking back and wishing you had done things, but rather looking back at the memories that you created.
Greetings, class of 2025. Yeah, I know that sounds really weird. My name is Sam Simpson, and exactly 4 years ago, I was in your seat. I thought it'd take forever to graduate, but by the time you know it, just like me, you will be. I distinctly remember being told by anyone and everyone that high school will be gone within the blink of an eye. They were right. Days and even weeks go by slowly, but months fly by. Freshman year skips into summer, sophomore year is a blur, junior year feels like forever, and then all of a sudden, senior year is finished. To sum it up, life moves fast. You can't slow it down, you can't pause it, and you can't redo it. There is no rewind button. As of today, you have 1,453 days until your last day of high school. Take full advantage of each and every one. Don't let one bad day, one bad experience, or one bad person determine your entire high school career. It's yours. Take it. Yeah, there will be highs and there will be lows, but you have to get up from the lows even stronger than when you fell. Say good morning, good afternoon, and thank you to your teachers daily. They're there for you. Let them know that they're appreciated. They're people too. Life may be tough right now, but be grateful. Be grateful for those around you: parents, grandparents, uncles, aunts, and friends. As you very well know, by living through a pandemic, just like that, they could be gone. Take a picture with them the next time you see them. Spend time with them. It doesn't matter if you don't have storage on your phone. Buy a flash drive. Buy an SD card. It doesn't matter how, but save those memories. During the darkest times, the memories of these people will reveal the light at the end of the tunnel and be a constant reminder of who they believe you can be. All of my high school career, I was insecure of what upperclassmen and peers thought of me. I would rather be quiet and not be myself than speak up and be heard. I preferred to not take the shot to succeed because I was so scared of the thought of missing. Don't wait 3 years to be heard. If you have something to say, say it. Be confident in yourself because you are all that matters. What other people think about you doesn't. The only validation that you need is yours and yours alone. Thank you all so much for listening. I wish you all the best of luck. Have a great summer and have a great high school career.
Hello and congratulations to the 8th grade class of 2021. You have made it through 3 entire years of middle school, and you will only have 4 more years of high school until you get that sweet high school diploma. My name is Adrian Keeler, and as a graduating high school senior myself, I would like to offer some personal advice or insight that I gathered from freshman year all the way to senior year. First, accept and embrace change. You and your peers may change a lot over the course of these next 4 years. For example, I changed my name and pronouns. I wasn't always referred to as Adrian Keeler or with he, him, or they, them pronouns. But after a long struggle with personal identity, this was what was most comfortable for me. This was obviously an adjustment for both me and my peers. But with that said, we're human beings. We're constantly changing. You and your peers will experience new things inside and outside of high school. Some changes and experiences may be surprising, some of them daunting, and that's okay. Just don't shy away from change. This leads to my second point. Take risks. You're going to hear all the time. It's going to get annoying. But seriously, take risks. You don't have to go the extra mile or do anything you're completely uncomfortable with. But putting yourself out there and practicing self-confidence will improve your high school experience. I know I had to practice my confidence a lot. I still do all the time. So be willing to push yourself. Know your limits, but don't completely restrict yourself. And this is coming from a socially anxious, antisocial introvert, so hopefully that's a little bit reassuring for those who are like me. Uh, Lastly, be true to yourself. One of the most difficult things is figuring out who you are. And unfortunately, that doesn't end with high school. That's a constant struggle in life. That's okay though. You don't need to figure everything out during high school. In fact, your high school years should be used to explore. Explore your interests, explore your identity, explore your relationships, just explore. You don't need to figure things out by the end of high school. High school will be an experience. What kind of experience depends on an individual's attitude, situation, determination, luck, motivation, several factors that may or may not be in your control. However, no matter the case, you can get through it. And you can have fun doing so. I believe in you, okay? Good luck on your next 4 years. Not that you will need it. You got this. Just remember, embrace change, take risks, and be true to yourself. You got this.
Hey, eighth graders, my name is Noah Dressander, and I am now a graduate of St. Joseph's High School in the fall. But besides myself, what's important is you guys right now. You are just starting out your career in your 4 years of high school, and it's just be excited about it and look forward to it. 100%. It's going to be such a great time. And I want to start out with talking about the people you're going to be around the most, not just your friends or your family, but your teachers, your counselors, and the administration. This is for everyone that you've had beforehand and all the teachers you'll have in the future. But right now in high school, these are your supporters. They are the people that want to see you do well throughout your not only your high school career, but throughout your whole life and whatever you make of yourself after high school. This would be anybody, any teacher you see, even if they haven't taught you, even if you aren't taking a class with them. I know one of my strongest relationships with a teacher, I never had his class, but they're just there for you and they want to see you succeed. Don't be afraid to go up there, introduce yourself, ask for help. And I know that they will be there for you. They want to help you and they'll be gladly to help. Other than that, looking at what high school is most important about is you. It's the most advice that I can give is what you make of it. And I am looking at yourself. The biggest thing to make you succeed at in high school is finding yourself or working at it. I know I'm still working at it and I'm graduating. As long as you feel that change, there's going to be so much going on. And as long as you embrace it, embrace what you feel happening. And if it feels right and if it feels comfortable, take it, run with it, make your own path, be your own person. And it'll be so great. I know a slow start. It took a minute, but as soon as you start feeling that, you will feel it. I know I felt it, and at some point you will. It's freeing. You will find yourself, and you'll break through any sort of shell or anything holding you back that people have thought about before, and just blocking them out, setting your own goals and expectations, being yourself. When you rise above what you thought of yourself, then you will blow anybody's thoughts out of proportion, out of the water. They don't matter. It is up to you. And what you think, what you decide, that's what matters. And that was the biggest thing, was for me to stop thinking about what everyone else thought, or asking what they did, or following what they do, but being your own leader, making your own path, and being your own person. That's the best advice that I can give you. I am proud of where every single one of you eighth graders are right now, and what you guys go out to become in the future, whatever it is, whatever, anything after high school, if you get a job, if you go to trade school, or if you go to college, or any sort of education, or any sort of job, you will make a difference. You are the future for us, and so am I. And I know you guys will be great. Go get them. Go Bears. Peace out.
Good afternoon. This year's presentation of the 8th grade's most prestigious Rich Maxim Award for Outstanding Students looks a little bit different, but the legacy of these awards remain a direct reflection of the man and science teacher at Upton Middle School who dedicated his life to helping kids. He would always strive to bring out his students' leadership potential both in and out of the classroom. Rich Maxim was a respected and valued member of the Upton staff for over 20 years, as well as a tremendous and positive influence on untold youth during his years as a science teacher, camp counselor, ham radio operator, Rocket Club advisor, and Boy Scout leader. He fostered and engendered leadership, independent thinking, integrity, and perseverance in his students. Now these same qualities have become the criteria that are used to select 4 outstanding students from the class of 2025. Only 4 are chosen for this highest honor that is bestowed annually upon Upton students. Of the many fine students in the 8th grade, 4 have risen to the top, stood out among their peers, and been designated as worthy recipients by the nominating Upton faculty and staff. 4 seniors that we chose 4 years ago have delivered recorded speeches to this year's 8th grade class as they are about to embark on college careers and new horizons. We now look forward with anticipation to see what this year's Rich Maxim recipients will achieve. This year's rising young stars are about to begin their new lives filled with accomplishments at St. Joe High School. All of these students are achievers in academics, athletics, fine arts, NHD, Builders Club, First Tee. They are the ones we look to for leadership. They are fine role models. They are not afraid of success. They are not timid about using their talents for good. Many received the President's Education Award. We have every confidence that their 4 years at the high school will also be packed with many successes and much happiness, and we are proud to have them represent St. Joseph Public Schools. Our first Rich Maxim Award recipient goes above and beyond what is expected of her, bringing her A game to every situation. Possessing a great sense of humor and a strong work ethic, she is described as being an overall great student, conscientious in her studies, with attention to detail and possessing enviable skills in video production and editing. Perhaps more importantly, she can work with anyone and embodies kindness, leadership, and a heart to help others. Drew and Jenna Covert, please join your daughter Addie at the flagpole to present her with her medallion. Possessing an intellectual curiosity that drives her studies and interactions with others, our next recipient displays an intensity and an eagerness for learning. A natural leader, she enjoys working with others and is consistently fully engaged in class, participating and asking questions. She possesses a strong sense of self and is described as being not only intelligent, but also polite and kind. Outside of the class, she runs cross country and has an impressive knowledge of Hamilton lyrics and choreography. Louis and Cynthia Garcia, please meet your daughter Layla at the flagpole to present her with her medallion. Intelligent, hardworking, creative, and immensely talented. Our next winner has the drive and intellectual curiosity that exceeds most of his classmates and many adults. He understands that education is about more than just doing the minimal requirements. Described as an old soul, he thrives when challenged and constantly rises to the occasion with a commitment to personal excellence. In fact, as one teacher put it, if he's asked to make a video clip for an assignment, he will create a production. He values the work that he does and poses questions that keeps the staff on our toes. His work is insightful, creative, and witty. He's a positive influence on his peers, being a top performer in the classroom and a model of respectfulness and kindness to both his teachers and fellow students. More than one staff member noted that he never leaves the classroom without saying thank you. Outside of school, he has a wide variety of interests, from music to running both cross country and track, and involvement in his church. The embodiment of the spirit of the award, he is not only a great student, but an extraordinary human being. Tom and Forrest Meesey, please join your son, Braden, at the flagpole to present him with his medallion. Quick to offer a helping hand, a friendly smile, or a well-timed joke, look no further than our final Rich Maxim Award winner. Upbeat, enthusiastic, and empathetic, he was described as one of the nicest 8th graders in class. It doesn't matter if you are a peer or an adult, he listens to others and cares about those around him. Putting effort into everything he does, in the classroom and out, he asks thoughtful questions and engages in meaningful conversations. He is a leader in the band and a stellar ambassador for the First Tee program. No wonder they made a commercial with him in it. Kimberly and Charles Wright, please meet your son Jason at the flagpole to present him with his medallion.
You guys are live to the rest of the students. You guys are live for your classmates.
Snapshots here too. That's gonna be kind of dark, isn't it?
No, actually,
One, two, three.
Congratulations to the 2021 Rich Maxim Award winners.
Okay, thanks for tuning in to this 8th grade farewell, a very different 8th grade farewell this year, but thank you for your attention. It was a great afternoon. Thank you for staying focused. So here's a few quotes to end us on. Mark Twain said, "Do the right thing. It will gratify some people and astonish the rest." Do the right thing. It'll gratify some people and astonish the rest. And then the next one I have to talk about is Maya Angelou. That was Mark Twain on the last one. "My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. Let me say that again. My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. She's got tons of great ones like that. And finally, Dr. Seuss. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. No matter where you are in life, hey, elementary school, those were the best years of your life. Middle school, once again, the best years of your life. High school will be the best years of your life. And then college, getting married, having a family, so on and so forth. We appreciate your attention today. We wish you the best. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a great next week. Let's end strong. And then you're off to St. Joe High School. Have a good afternoon.
Oh, yeah. Right there.